my channel. This week I'm going to be sharing with you some of New York City's most iconic and famous foods. But before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up so that way we can keep on growing. So New York is known for a variety of foods, but it can be hard to know what to get and where to eat. So today I'm going to take you on a food-filled journey loaded with some of New York's most iconic dishes. So the next time that you're in New York City, you can have some of the tastiest bites in town. Now, let's eat. Bagels, the iconic and beloved doughy treat, have been a staple in New York City's food culture for over a century. And it's how we're starting off the day. Now, originally brought over by Jewish immigrants in the late 1800s, the bagel quickly became a beloved breakfast food enjoyed by locals and tourists alike. The traditional method of boiling the dough before baking gives the bagel its signature chewy texture and shiny crust. In New York City, you can find all different kinds of bagels, but two common orders are an everything bagel with cream cheese or an everything bagel with lox, capers, red onions, and cream cheese. Each New Yorker has their favorite shop and favorite order. And today, we are at my favorite shop, Those Bagels. So, let's check it out. Over the years, the bagel has evolved to include many different flavors and styles, like blueberry and za'atar, which are two of my favorites from Beau's. However, today I ordered a sesame bagel with cream cheese. One of my favorite things about the way Beau's prepares their sesame bagels is that they put two types of sesame seeds on top, which creates this awesome look and wonderful taste. So next time you bite into a piping hot bagel, think about the rich history and cultural heritage that went into making it. From immigrants who first brought the recipe to the city to the bakers who continue to perfect the craft, the bagel is a true taste of New York City. So take a bite and savor the flavor of history with every chew. And if you don't want to make your way up to Harlem, where I am right now, honorable mentions for bagel shops are Tompkins Square Bagels in the East Village and Liberty Bagels in Midtown. Those are great spots if you're a tourist visiting town because those neighborhoods are places people tend to frequent. But if you happen to be in Queens, Utopia Bagels has been consistently ranked one of the best bagels in the city. Spoiler alert, it's because it's really good. Beautiful crusty outside, chewy interior. I didn't even have to toast it. They say it on the menu. They recommend not toasting it. If it's your thing, you can toast your bagel, but try my untoasted sesame bagel with scallion cream cheese. I have a feeling you won't regret it, or get whatever you want because every bagel is a good bagel when you're in New York City. Can I just get a coffee regular? Our next stop is a bodega, which if you don't know is a word used to describe a small, independently owned convenience store or corner store typically found in urban areas such as New York. Bodegas have evolved to become a cultural institution, providing not only groceries and household items, but also a sense of community and belonging. They have become a staple in the city's neighborhoods for a quick stop for coffee, a sandwich, or just a friendly chat with the store owner. And today we're getting a cup of coffee. Coffee regular, that is. Coffee regular, also known as coffee with milk and sugar, is a common order at coffee shops and diners in New York City. It's a staple drink that dates back to the early 20th century and continues to be popular today. While specialty coffee shops have created their own culture in the city, the traditional coffee regular can still be found in bodegas, diners, food carts, all over New York City. It's a beloved tradition and continues to adapt to changing tastes and trends in the city. It's super sweet and really kind of tastes like milky coffee, but it'll wake you up in the morning, and I think that is why it's such a favorite here in New York City. Another bodega? Well, yes, but this one is better known as Blue Sky Deli, or the home of the chopped cheese sandwich, also known as the chopped cheese. This sandwich is made with ground beef, cheese, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, and mayo, and it's typically served on a roll.
So the chopped cheese in New York City.
Yes, best one. The origins of the sandwich are uncertain, but it's believed to have originated in the 1980s in Harlem. Coincidentally, that is also where Blue Sky Deli is located. Now, over the years, it has become a favorite among locals, and it has even gained popularity outside of the city. I I think it's safe to say the chopped cheese has become a cultural icon, representing the melting pot of flavors and cultures that make New York City so special. So that's you, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Mayonnaise and ketchup. That's the original.
Yes.
There you
That's what we're
go.
looking for.
Chopped cheese.
Oh, that looks great.
Thank you. Since I was in Mexico for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
I'm the one here like 25 years.
And what how do you think the chopped cheese kind of represents New
Chopped
York?
cheese right now is the best.
It's the best? Why?
Yes. Why? Because they never have this before in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have it.
Yeah.
Like in Philadelphia, they got the Philly cheesesteak. Now we got the chopped cheese here in New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the place, the best place. So this is your chopped cheese. Thank you very much for coming.
The bread is crusty, the meat is fatty and juicy. All of the flavors inside are wonderful. It's somehow fresh, but also indulgent. I highly recommend the next time you're in New York City. Ray's Candy Store, located in the East Village, is a beloved institution that has been serving up delicious treats since the 1970s. The store is run by legendary Ray Alvarez and is known for its wide selection of homemade ice cream, milkshakes, and egg creams, which is what we're here for. The egg cream is a popular soda fountain beverage that originated in New York City in the late 19th century. It's made with chocolate syrup, milk, and soda water, and it's typically served in a tall glass. The origins of the egg cream are uncertain, but it's believed to have originated in Brooklyn. It became a staple at soda fountains and candy stores in New York City, and it's still a popular choice among New Yorkers today. In recent years, it's seen a resurgence in popularity, with many specialty shops and cafes offering their own variations of the drink. But if I were you, I would just stop by Ray's. I promise it's not weird. Something about it works. Also, they do make it in vanilla if that is something that you're into, but chocolate's classic and my personal pick. How could I do this video without mentioning pizza? So obviously I'm sharing with you my favorite New York slice, Joe's Pizza. Pizza in New York City has a long history, dating back to the late 19th century, when Italian immigrants began opening pizzerias. The pizza served in those early pizzerias was similar to the pizza made in Italy. In the early 20th century, pizza began to evolve with the introduction of larger pies, thicker crusts, and more toppings, becoming known as the New York style pizza, and quickly becoming popular. In the 1930s and 40s, the number of pizzerias in the city increased rapidly, with many offering slices for just a few cents. Pizza is another food that is often up for debate in New York. Every New Yorker has their favorite slice, so today's honorable mention goes to John's of Bleecker Street. This will always be my favorite slice. The sauce is perfectly sweet, the cheese is wonderfully distributed, the bottom is crispy, but it's still nice and chewy, has a wonderful bite, and I think it's good hot or cold. I know cold pizza isn't for some people, but I'm a big fan. Either way, if you're looking for a New York slice, Joe's is your spot. Last stop is Venero's, which is a true New York City institution with a reputation for serving some of the best desserts in the city since 1894. And today we are getting a classic slice of New York cheesecake. Cheesecake in New York has a history dating back to the early 20th century, brought by Jewish immigrants. However, in recent years, many artisanal and specialty shops have opened, offering different variations of the classic dessert. Now, while Venero's is not a new shop, it still makes one of my favorite slices of cheesecake in the city. It's creamy and delicious, and it doesn't even have a crust, which I know for some, maybe you love your typical graham cracker crust or whatever crust you like on your cheesecake, but for me, I love that Venero's is like, no, the filling, the actual cheesecake is so good, we don't even need to put a base to it. So yeah, I feel like that speaks for itself, but I will say, you're skeptical about cheesecake, or if it's something that you're not always, you know, particularly fond of, or you've never really had, it's a good spot because they have like Oreo cheesecake and cheesecake with strawberries and other kinds that are kind of more inviting if your palate isn't as refined to eating sweet cheese in cake form. But for me, I like a classic cheesecake. But this was our last stop. I hope you enjoyed eating around New York City today and having some of the tastiest bites in town. So if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up so that way we can keep on growing. And I know that there are plenty of other foods associated with New York City, so maybe I'll do a part 2. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I will be sure to catch you next time. Bye!